Rhapsody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena. So, let's take the lessons we've learned in the past 3 runs and apply them to this run. What have we learned of incredible importance? First things first, I ate your brains, then I'm gonna start rocking gold teeth and fangs, because that's what a motherfucking monster do. Hairdresser from Milan, that's a monster do. Anyway, first things first, 2-drops are way less common, because vanilla 2s from the basic set are, they comprise the vast majority of 2s that you typically get. Things that don't have text on them. So, pick them at every opportunity. And also, let's try and pick some classes that have them 1s and 2s, kind of like spicing up the flow, right? In their base sets. Or in their recent expansions. I've played both of these, I think. Right? I did Rogue, Paladin, Druid. Okay, so Rogue, Paladin, Druid. So I haven't done Thrall or Gul'dan. I'm gonna go Shaman. Jinyu. Yeah. Jinyu just seems like the optimal choice here. It's a really good stat line. It's the Water Elemental stat line, and it's already a really good stat line on the Water Elemental, regardless of, Overload or ability to restore 6 health. If you manage to heal another target, it's pretty good. Volcanic? Yeah. It's not too different. Let's go purely by the tier list, says Elise. Bloodlust is a win condition that you can put into your deck, but it's got a synergy with Jinyu, because Jinyu won't be removed, I guess. But the problem I always have with Bloodlust is if you have enough on the board, if your opponent isn't clearing your totems, they're probably not clearing your totems because they can't. Excuse me as I fix my chair. They're probably not clearing your totems because they can't. And if they can't clear your totems, you're already winning. This will also set us up to start worrying about whether or not we can get synergies in the late game. Flame Tongue, definitely. Synergies for Dragon in the late game. Is there anything to think about here? Not really, no. Flame Tongue will help our totems trade up. Anything trade up. Jade Claws. Devolve is that low? Wow. That surprises me. I would have thought Devolve was a decent card there. Infested? Yeah, this is weird. So Infested and Captured are on the same list. This has a synergy with Flame Tongue Totem. That's the only thing giving its real hit right now. In a meta where people are getting fewer 2-drops and fewer 1-drops, I don't think Infested Tauren is that good. Consider the fact that if I don't have it with my Flame Tongue Totem, it dies, and then the section that it summons dies. The best case scenario... Sorry, there was a fly going by. Best case scenario for the Infested Tauren is like it's up against a 3-2. It kills the 3-2, and then it has a 2-2 body to stick around, right? But that's not going to happen incredibly often in a game that is now skewing later as a result of not having as many 2-drops. I think I go Captured Yoremonger here. Just as a big old late game card. Mad Bomber. It's a 2-drop. I just want it. Yeah, I was going to say Stormwind. You want gold... you want the golden, I guess. Frostwolf Warlord. Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking about the fact that we are a class that summons tokens with our hero power. It's got a synergy with a Flame Tongue Totem? Not really. Alright. I'm fine with this. Worst case scenario for me, most times it'll just be a 5-5. Stormcrack removal. Yeah. Called in the finishes. Yeah, that actually doesn't suck if I recall correctly. It synergized well with our deck because of Volcanic Drake. Why? Oh, because they're a bunch of tokens, so if they die, we just get the Volcanic Drake out cheap. Frostwolf Warlord, obvious. More minions. Flame Tongue Totem because you get to trade across on each of them. I don't actually think I'm taking it for any of those synergies. I think I'm actually just taking it because I want to have the ability to flood the board after a board clear is just triggered. Thunderbluff. Yep. Synergy with Flame Tongue? I don't like all of the things that are calling the Defenders the only card in this actual list. Neither of those are cards. This is a card. Finders Keepers? It's not Finders Keepers. Why? Because you think we have synergies. Well, we do have a synergy with Thunderbluff Valiant, in that both of them are Inspire minions. It's just never Fight Promoter, because we only have 3 minions in our deck so far that trigger it. And that's if they don't take damage before we get the Fight Promoter out, right? I like the idea of Finders Keepers because I like cheap discovers. For example, what's the Grime Street Informant? 2 mana 1/1 discover a Hunter, Paladin, or Warrior card. That card is fucking insane. Because it's early game, because you play it, it's a 1/1 fine, but you choose the early game, like the curve. And it's late game because you play it and then you just choose the highest drop, right? Like, it's really, really versatile, and I actually really appreciate that. This discovers a card with Overload, and it has Overload itself, but it's worth noting that, at the very least, that'll get you out of a hole immediately. I will take the Kodo Rider, though. Saboteur, because I need a 3-drop. Yep. Pretty simple. Gnomish? No, you want the finishers again. Has insane synergy with our deck, you say. I don't agree with insane synergy, but it has some. Okay. Hex. Hex 100% of the time. Yeah. Nerubian. You're right. You are right. We do need another 2-drop already. This is something that I wouldn't have to do in majority of situations. So this is something that, prior to Standard Arena, I would look at this and I would go, Nerubian, obviously. If you have it in your opening hand, it's ridiculous. But we need 2-drops, and we're not going to get them. Jade Claws is excellent. I'm so glad I picked it up. Mad Bombers is really, Mad Bomber rather, is really good as well. But with two acceptable 2-drops so far. I have to take the Crocolisk. The game is right there. Frost. See, this is giving me a lot of bonus for the fact that I have 2 call in the finishers, which I understand. Do I understand it enough to take it? I want the Frost Elemental, but I already have 2 plays on 6. Kodo Rider isn't a play on 6. Kodo Rider is a 8-drop. You play it and then you hero power. In the same way that Thunderbluff Valiant is not a 5-drop, it's a 7-drop. You play it and you hero power. Sorry, another fly. I have the worst focus of all time. I think I'll take the Bloodlust to give my deck a win condition, but I don't think I take another one. I was tentatively going to say Jouster, just because I want 1-drops, but my deck doesn't skew heavily late. I've got 5 drops that are 5+. Has a positive effect on our deck archetype. I don't particularly agree. I've only got, 3 4-drops that I would definitely play on 4. I think I take the Heckler. It's also going to be really good for... That's a 16-point difference. Do I believe enough in myself to choose against a 16-point difference? I do. Stormforge acts 100% of the time. So the finishers would all be 1/1s. So if I call in the finishers evolve, that's 2 cards, 5 mana in order to summon a bunch of 2-drops. This isn't a horrible card, but I do want to play with evolve. Plus, I've been screwed by decks that had evolve. Maelstrom Portal 100% of the time. Yep. Game? Hello? Hello? Has Hearthstone crashed? I can't even see the amount of packs I have, so I think the servers just aren't responding currently. Well, that's awkward. Don't show my desktop. I keep my desktop really clean. What of it? I actually don't put any icons on my desktop because I like to be able to look at the beautiful vista that I set up for my background. Again, what of it?
Come in off the streets. You'll be safe and warm.
Okay, so it did take the Maelstrom Portal. Did it take any other cards? No. Beautiful. Master of Evolution. I love this card. I am so glad to see it. I want Bomb Squad as well, but Master of Evolution. Jade Chieftain? It's hired gun. Yeah, I need 3 drops. You're right. You true. You true. I don't need 3 drops enough to take a Cold Light. It's Lava Shock, probably. Game? There you go. So, small time, I do have 2 weapons, but I have 2 weapons, right? Like, I don't have enough weapons to play a small time Buccaneer turn 1 and be reasonably guaranteed that it'll work in the next turn. And I do have enough cards with Overload that might be helpful. Jade Spirit? I only have 1 Jade card so far. Yeah, I don't take Jade Spirit. You're right. Nerubian. Amani. See the mad rating it gives. Hosen Healer. Okay. It's got synergy with any of my high health minions, plus with, you know, Flame Tongue because it has high health and low damage, and with Evolve because it doesn't have great stats. The Battle Cry is really where it's at there. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I've seen so many ridiculous Hosen Healer plays that I've got a lot of respect for that card. It's definitely Feral Spirit 100% of the time here. Hex. Argent Commander! Alright! Now this is a fucking deck! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 early plays? And we picked everyone we could as well. That is why I was so strung up about the choice that I had to make to take the River Crocolisk, because I needed to do it. Double Hex. Calling the finishes. We've only got 3 3-drops, but the problem is our Feral Spirits played as a 3-drop requires another 2-drop afterwards. We're going to learn a lot about this deck in our first match. I think a lot of situations we want to float a lot of minions with relatively low health values. Wait until next turn our opponent would have a board clear, so like turn 6 against the mage, or turn 4 against the priest, those kinds of things. And then evolve. What up, Hanjo? Those all have to go. I can't keep Hex as a 3-drop. I can't tempo Hex my opponent. I'm going first, right? Oh, Nerubian. Beautiful. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm not getting my 2-drop, though. I'm not playing a random 1-drop right now. This actually inspires a ping. Hey, I get to slow the game down. Slowing the game down is going to be great for me. I think I actually just pay the Nerubian here. Yeah, let's do it. What does this minion count as? Does it count as a 6 cost? Because if I now get to attack and then Master of Evolution it into a 7-drop, we win. Don't take Freezing Potion and freeze it. Because I want to bop that in and then... Okay, I need to see if this works. What does it count as currently? Also, why am I so laggy?
You pay, I protect.
Pretty good. Alright, buddy. What you gonna do? Damn. It's the best one drop I could have gotten.
Should have paid. May your hate never bribe.
Well, shit. Hang on. 12 plus 10, 22, 20. If I get bloodlust from the top deck, we win. Unless my opponent's about to remove something. This is the least fair shit that ever happens. I love it. Do I have lethal any other way? I could kick out 4 more damage with these. So 4, 10, 19. I can do 19 damage this turn if I'd really want to.
I wonder.
Tide rises.
I think I'm actually just gonna get value from my hero power right now. Yeah. That's exactly what I wanted, the healing totem. Takes the Master Revolution out of Flame Strike range in next turn. Right now, my opponent pretty much needs Blizzard this turn, Flame Strike next turn. I'm pretty certain we just won. Now, I'm not a big fan of counting, so I'm just gonna do it and then hope we win the game. Kind of seems like we did. So I said that this first match would inform a lot about what happens with our rest of our games, but the thing is, we were in a perfect scenario there. We had a Nerubian Prophet in the opening hand, we were going first, and we didn't have a 2-drop, but our hero power forced our opponent to use their hero power. If our opponent, say I use my hero power, I get, you know, the healing totem, and our opponent is a different class that plays a minion, suddenly that becomes a lot worse. I can't keep Flamesong Totem, I'm going first. If I was going second, I might be able to keep it though. Coin hero power into Flamesong Totem move. This is really bad. Thank you, never mind. I've got a 2-drop now. This is better. Still not good, but it's better. I just play it, don't worry. There's no sense to me holding off and trying to use it to remove a minion. That's too unreliable. I think I actually... Oh no. That's such a good play. Mwah! You can't ping, buddy! Trade you 2-1. Yes. I was also considering Hero Power Evolve, which would have taken me to a 3-drop and a 2-drop. Because the totems are technically 1-drops when they come down, despite costing 2 mana. I've disabled the shit out of that spirit power. Hero power, rather. I don't even know what spirit power is from. What game do I play where spirit power is a thing? No clue.
I wonder.
Flame Cannon's out with the GBG set as well, so that's something I don't need to fear anymore, if I recall correctly. Or was it already removed? I don't recall. Come on, bud. If you don't trade... Yeah, I was about to say, this is going to be hell for you, because I'm going to run in the 4-3 and then evolve. I still think I do that. No, I just do that. Prevents my opponent from getting value out of their hero power. But the thing is, like, I don't want them to be in a position where I've done that attack, so they can just ping the 4-1 and then play a 3-2, which would contest the evil heckler.
I wonder.
You know, plus the reach of the hero power in another turn. I don't want to give them that much value, especially because my hand doesn't currently have value in it. Okay. Trade. You don't have the coin, do you? Yeah, you do. Shed. I need something to play right now. That'll do. Sure, I'm just playing it as a Yeti, but I need to. On 7 mana, a really good play would be Argent Commander, attack it with it, and then evolve. So I end up with a 6-drop, whereas, you know, a 4-2 that no longer has charge, because I've already run into something, and no longer has Divine Shield, because I ran into something, it is worth, you know, 2.5 mana, maybe? 3 mana if you're really, really generous. I wouldn't pick 3 mana 4-2, typically. Unless it's stealth. Jungle Panther is different.
What to do? What to do?
Dang. I can't Stormcrack this turn, otherwise I have the Overload next turn as well. See, all this does is gets a ping out. Piss off. One mana card clearing my board.
Shall we put a kink in their plan?
I need to use that hero power, you jerk. Evolve. Don't flame strike me. They already used Volcanic Potion. Flame Strike shows up 50% less as well, it's worth noting. Blizzard is rare as well, so, and Blizzard you don't keep in your opening hand, so... There's a bunch of reasons why you don't really want to play around Blizzard if you can afford not to, but... Come on.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
I'm very, very cautious that that could be horrible for me. I'm testing for different secrets right now. There we go. I think I hexed that. I don't want to trade 2 minions into it.
You face death. On guard.
Challenge accepted.
Bloodlust could be lethal next turn, depending on what happens here. It's a shame I didn't get the healing totem, because the healing totem would have taken this back up to a 3-2. Well. Doing that means my opponent definitely does not have any board clear in their hand at all. The fact that they didn't play it last turn means it very strongly, but the fact that they removed something with two mana to do it
I wonder.
kind of definitely indicates it strongly. Butts. So this is plus 12 on this board. Plus 9 on top of... Oh, we already have lethal, never mind. So this is the kind of thing that I was talking about. We might not have had value that entire game, but we did have a win condition, and that's why I drafted the Bloodlust. Thinking about it now, would I want a second Bloodlust? No. Because a lot of the time, Bloodlust, especially for the early game, or late game where I don't have a board, will just be stuck in my hand, rotting. So even knowing the entire constitution of my deck, I probably wouldn't want the second. I do want another Evolve, though. Because that was really good. Obviously, I needed not to get Doomsayer, but Doomsayer is a... I can't play around that at that point. I don't have that many 3-drops, but I also don't have that many 2-drops, and I really want a fucking 2-drop. So I will mulligan strongly for it. Dude, stop. I can't have removal as my 2-drop because I'm going second. Thank you! Oh... I think I might cry.
Elements guide
Popcorn.
My opponent might just have to play a 3-2 into it. Hopefully not a Acidic Swamp Ooze, but a 3-2 nonetheless. Oh yeah, we got him to slow down. Now if I can play a 2-drop... I might have to Defender this. It's very low value for a Defender, but it's the only 2-drop I even have. Really? You know I'm just gonna hold this axe until I can kill something with it, so... There you go. Have another one. This one's worse for you. I've got Stormcrack in my hand. I think I Defender? Defender, trade, attack. Leaves me with a 1-mana creature on the board. 1-1 for the Wrath of Air. Obviously, if I had Maelstrom, I would be using Maelstrom.
what to do.
Too low value.
Elements guide
Just kill a 1-1. It's fine. It's too low value for the Defender of Argus for a deck like this. Especially considering it sets this up still to die to a ping next turn.
Can I light your fire?
Come on, baby, light my fire. Shit. I'm actually going to use my hero power here. So that my opponent doesn't remove this. Because I want to be able to attack with it and evolve it next turn. It sucks to develop this as not a reaction to something, but... I hope my opponent just tries to play a small minion and ping it and hope that it's going to work. At which point I just attack, face, evolve. Or play something out of its health range. I Defender, attack, evolve, because both Defender and... Oh, crap.
Summoning portal open.
I totally can! Oh!
My shield.
Okay, Defender. This goes across. Do I Stormcrack first? So if I evolve 5 mana and 7 mana. Alright, fine. We'll evolve first. I love it. That's unfortunately understated for a 5 mana creature, but it's better than the 4-1 that I had on the board. It's definitely a hex. I think they're setting up for Fireball Ping next turn. Do I Hex? So what does this tell me about their deck? They definitely don't have Polymorph currently in their hand. Yeah, I Hex the 5/5. What do I play alongside, though? Hose and Healer? No. Saboteur? If I did Saboteur, I might actually, like, attack Lava Shock. Yeah.
Shall we put a kink in their plans?
So a lot of this is based around trying to play around whatever reason they pinged that for. Also, on turn 8, that's when you drop the most ridiculous minions. Consider Ragnaros as a turn 8 minion. So that's their top deck. That's nothing I could have played around because I have no read on it.
I wonder.
Okay. Because I think they were trying to move that down to something that they could play with, and they top-decked that Firelands portal, I think it's still in danger at that health range. So I'm actually going to do that. Although, you know, a different play would be captured Yoremonger hero power, but that leaves that on 4 health. And at 4 health, it's vulnerable to every single removal that Mage can do. Except for Arcane Missiles. Unless they get super lucky.
Elements guide me.
Effigy? That's an unfortunate minion to have gotten, friend. Anyhow, this guy is going to become a 5/4. Beautiful. This is a pretty good board. That's the health line that they were trying to take my Fearsome Doomguard to, so I want to know why they tried to do that. That's probably my Hex target. No, that's probably my Hex target. If I Hex, I can't capture Yoremonger. Do I care about captured Yoremongering? No, I don't. Playing around board clear demands that instead of using the Fearsome Doomguard here, I put in the Blackwing Corruptor plus the Searing Totem. Because the Blackwing Corruptor will always be vulnerable to that kind of board clear. I just used my weapon to deal 4 damage to the face. Was that correct? Because I could have easily just attacked across with the Master of Evolution. And it would have gotten healed back up this turn anyhow. That's my meticulous play around board clear for you.
A second chance.
Do I double go face?
Drink with me, friend.
I definitely don't, you know, falter to remove that. Good heal as well. Really good heal though. How much damage for face do I have in my deck? Ardent Commander, which we've already played.
Drink the power.
Both of my weapons, one of which we've already played. Or did we play both in this game? I can't recall. Oh, we have played both in this game, that's right. I'm pretty certain that's a concede.
You win
Apparently my score has been 0 and 0 this entire time. Let me just update that. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've used the banner. So I think drafting with a specific win condition in mind is particularly helpful here. Even if it did come to us by circumstance, an accident. I think the picks of multiple different characters that can heal big bodies was really helpful as well. We've seen that work out for us a fair few times. Understated minions that have really powerful effects as well, including Hoshin Healer and the Defender of Argus have been working particularly well. I think because Feral is so broken, I keep it. Okay. Feral is super fucking broken in the early game. It's also very likely that our opponent actually hero powers on turn 2. So they've got their turn 1, I've got my turn 1, they've got their turn 2, they hero power, I've got my turn 2, I naturally Mad Bomber. The majority of the time that takes out their 1/1, they play their minion, comes back to my turn, I have Feral Spirits. After that I'm working with 2 mana and then 5 mana, so I'm likely to actually even get out a big Frostwolf Warlord if this works out. If they have a 1 mana player, I'm probably screwed though. Never mind. Just because of the scarcity of 2-drops recently, I think it's very likely that classes that can create tokens with their hero power do create those tokens with their hero power.
Wanna blow something up?
That's fine. Unless they use Rallying Blade right now. That's fine. Obviously, if I ate it, it would be a lot more fine, but I didn't. What are you gonna do? In fact, I did no damage to it at all. That's good for me. Ooh. No trade. I do declare. I think that was probably a mistake there. Next turn I actually have access to Stormcrack. Might be important. Never mind. Dang it, went face. Well, ain't that a shame. 1-1. Ain't that a shame indeed. I think I actually have to play Evil Heckler.
This only works on the simple-minded.
Evil Heckler plus Stormcrack? I don't want the Violet Illusionist to trade against my Evil Heckler. I can play Thunderbluff and it's going to force them to trade with the Violet Illusionist and the Damaged Golem, but the problem is if they have True Silver Champion and then they play it, trading the Damaged Golem plus 1 swing of the True Silver Champion, they have the board and I will never take it from them at that point. I don't have board clear.
You smell like a leopardo.
This is unfortunate because it locks me out of a lot of plays I wanted to do next turn involving the coin. Like, Hero Power, coin, Frostwolf Warlord, or Thunderbluff Valiant, coin, Hero Power, those kinds of things.
Truth is my shield.
Hex. 100% of the time. If they had the damage in hand, I think they would have used it. Is that true? I don't think that's strictly true. Alright, I'm still gonna hero power, but the reason for this hero power is because if they don't kill the totem, Thunderbluff Valiant plus hero power next turn hits 2 totems with the buff, which is insane. Of course, if they can't kill Evil Heckler, they're just gonna kill the totem.
You pay, I protect.
I have to remove that. And I just need to put another minion on the board as well. Fuck. Oh. It doesn't matter that this has low attack right now because it has high health and the minions are as they currently are. But if I don't draw Maelstrom Portal soon, I'm just going to lose due to that turn. That's also my last Hex. Opponents not to know that, but it is.
Reporting for duty.
Every totem I build is just going to get knocked down. But the problem is, if I Thunderbluff Valiant Hero Power this turn, I can't Lava Shock, which means I can't remove the Keeper of Voltamon. Play the Frostwolf. 6/6 for 5 mana. I have to. Which means next turn is Thunderbluff, Hero Power, Lava Shock. Yeah, we're really behind on board and really behind in terms of value as well. Our Feral Spirits did not perform well. Should I have traded? Would that have helped? Yeah, it would have helped a lot. Oh, fuck off. I'm glad you fucked up that positioning, though. Cost you a minion. I'm so far behind in terms of value, there's literally no way I can make this up, especially considering the existence of that creature right there. Opponent's just going to clear a bunch of my board next turn. I'm just trying to put down a really big minion so that I can react. If I put down Thunderbluff Valiant and Hero Power, if I don't get a lot of value out of Thunderbluff Valiant, I will just lose. So we probably end up with a trade and a Lava Shock here. Wow. Depends what they develop after this.
Who am I? None
We're
of your
fucked.
business.
It doesn't matter that that didn't summon any secrets. It's a 6 mana it's got the health statistic that I can't deal with. It will insta-kill a Thunderbluff Valiant and live on an amount of health that I can't deal in damage. We lose. Shit. We lost this game ages ago. It's probably worth just conceding at this point. Our opponent, especially, like, their hero power is better than mine right now. I want the 1/1 totem a lot of the time, just so that my opponent has to trade. I can't do anything to them. I'm dead next turn as well, just on board, right? 4 plus 4 plus 6, 14. Yeah, I'm dead. Unless this... Nope, dead. That's really annoying. And it's also not even the typical Paladin scummery that fucked me over. It was just a really good curve. Grimescreep wasn't even hugely valuable. A Keeper of Alderman was particularly valuable, I'll admit. Their second Grimescreep was, again, particularly valuable. Alright, 3-1.
Versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. For Doomhammer.
He's second, unfortunately. Although I do already have a 2-drop in my hand, I'm mulliganing for a 3. This is the first time I've done this in a very long time. Where's my deck list, by the way? I've only just realized this. Waiting for you to pick a... What? I already did. Open website. Hello. I understand and continue. But my account. Where's my arena? My overall stats. Oh, total. Oh, right, because it's counting my old arenas. I need to clear out old stats and stuff like that so that I can make way for the new ones.
I wonder.
You know, it's not there. That's really unfortunate. So nothing's being tracked at this point. Okay. Well, it's not being tracked. Woohoo! I can lose. Good turn, too. It's probably going to be a coin 4 into 4 kind of situation here. Nothing with 4 attack, please.
Shall we put a kink in their plans?
That's exactly what I didn't want. To a T.
Who you want me killed?
See, if it didn't have 4 attack, I could have played the Evil Heckler as a response. Dude. Rough. Now I'm quite significantly behind. Should have been in front because I had a 2-drop, they didn't, but Saboteur was really good for them. That's why you want diversity in 3 2s and 2 3s, but you know, you can't pick that at the moment. Tap. Means I Jin my face. Yep. Really good matchup in terms of stats. We're starting to move into the turns where I probably end up hexing targets. I can't hex that. I need that to die. Evil Heckler dies to the Violet Illusionist, but Saboteur also dies to the Violet Illusionist because they won't trade the Moat Lurker into it because they'll give me back my minion.
Shall we put a kink?
So those 2 minions are effectively the same at the moment, but this one allows me to get a hero power out. Noted, the hero power will die, but that's not particularly a problem for me right now. Oh, cool. It didn't matter what I was going to play. I was going to die. Nice.
The light protects me.
And now my opponent is developing board because they know I don't have board clear. I do have board clear. I just don't have it in my hand currently. If they have Blast Crystal, Siphon Soul, you know, those kinds of hard removals right now, I'm fucked. But if their only hard removal was... Oh, nice. So they did that to save themselves 5 damage. They don't want to trade in the Moat Lurker, but they're looking at it right now and going, hang on. That's where I get the rest of the damage from. Shit. What are they going to use? Okay. Man, they're actually neglecting... Like, a lot of damage to their face is being completely ignored by the Violet Illusionist. It's actually really good for them right now. Like, 2 damage from a tap beforehand, and then 5, and then 5, and then 3. And then another 5. That's getting hexed. So my attack has to go here, right? Does it? I kind of want to kill that. Yeah, I want the more minions off the board. I can reclaim my minion later. Dude, what? I had no chance of stopping that. Even if I killed, no matter what I did in that turn, I was dead. That's ridiculous. That was patently ridiculous. Actually quite frustrated by that. Well.
Throw versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
I don't actually have guaranteed openers, so Jade Claws into Mad Bomber makes a 2-drop into a 3-drop. Because with the extra overload from the previous turn on the Jade Claws, Mad Bomber is the 3-drop. Also, it'll help us, like, extend to kill a minion with the hammer. The claws, rather. I'm really hoping for like a coin 2-drop or something right now. Because I don't want to play this by itself. I'm gonna regret this if I get fucking oozed, but I have to do it. Because my curve doesn't work out any other way. It's really unlikely this just kills one of them, so instead I'll strike and then play this.
Wanted.
Oh my god, you just fucked up. You done fucked up now, son. Say hello to my 3-drop. Or do I? No, I do this, I do this.
Power consumes me.
Do I strike that minion? Yeah, I do.
Elements.
It's very likely they see any trade here as a bad idea for them, in which case I get to Stormforge and finish that off with only axes next turn. Shout out to Jinyu for probably healing the Fell Orc. Oh, man. Like, it's very rare that the Spellslinger goes into the Master of Evolution here, because what 2-mana spell are they going to follow that up with? And what trade are they going to be okay with, having used a Spellslinger and a 2-mana spell? A 2-damage spell, rather. I think in most situations, this Spellslinger goes face. They're going to think it's so that I can clear it up with this Fellorc Soulfiend, but I'm just going to use the Overload Axe. Plus, the Fellorc Soulfiend, if I do that, sets itself up to die really, really soon. Because it takes 2 damage every turn at the start of my turn, and it has 7 health. So it survives. Ooh. Oh, do it. Please do it. They're gonna do that because they know that I had something in hand that I was planning to deal the damage with. Which, 100% correct. Yes, I did. But you don't have to know that yet, so I'm gonna continue to hold. Nice. Effectively a Hosian healer for me right there. +1 health. Cool. Let me get something out of this before it dies. I don't want to hex that. I don't want to give him the coin. Oh, I could just attack. Yeah, that's it. It's attack. Do I hero power? No.
There is a lot at stake.
So there's one removal spell right now that they can cast to remove the Thunderbluff. Well, I mean 2. Obviously, they've got, Polymorph. But, it's Fireball. Both of them cost 4, which means they have to concede the board to me pretty much in order to play it. And if they don't, obviously I get ridiculous value. I haven't drawn my Flame Tongue like this entire time. I've thrown it back in a mulligan, but I haven't drawn it. Just noting.
I'm late. I'm late.
For a very important... Wait, hang on, what? Yep. If my opponent has any board clear, they're going to have to play it, like, out of panic right now. I don't want to interfere with that. I don't want to add anything on top. Hence not playing the Imani Berserker here. Nor Mirror Image, obviously. There's no reason for me to do that. I have too much hair.
I wonder.
Just when I'm doing things like eating... I was... Burrito night. Oh, polymorph ball. And they didn't use it last time? I was eating burritos last night, right? And I never understood if... It's a very phallic motion. If there's a burrito directly in front of you and you are looking down upon the burrito, you're going to be eating primarily your own hair. I understand that now. I can do 12 damage to face? There's no reason to do that. I think I sack this because I'm scared that... what would they have done? So if they had... If they had Volcanic Potion, they would have done it afterwards. Volcanic Potion only costs 3. So it removed a 2-2 and a 4-2. And that's actually a pretty good Volcanic Potion right there. So they don't have Volcanic Potion. But I can't count out that they have Blizzard or Flame Strike. I think I play safe here. I'm probably going to regret this. But it does set up lethal next turn. Total of 15 current damage. If they ping this, I'm down to 14. Sorry, 14. Total of 13 current damage. If they ping this, I'm down to 12. Yeah. I might actually Maelstrom just to remove that. I can play a bunch of spells next turn just to try and trigger the Mana Worm. Yeah, hex that. And the Mana Worm has 2 damage. Mana Worm will only have more damage than that. Nice. Okay, we should have lethal here. Oh yeah, we definitely have lethal. What am I talking about? Hex. Attack. Yeah. It was Flame Tongue, Call of the Finishers, just attack the face with all... It would only take the left two leftmost minions, rather. I'm sorry, I forgot to update this again. My apologies. I'm rusty, if you haven't seen from the drafting and gameplay and scores. Unfortunately, neither of my quests can be accomplished here. I've got Find a Friend, so watch a... request an attack with a friend. Challenge a friend. And I've also got Watch a Friend Win.
Your soul shall be mine.
I can't keep Maelstrom and Feral, can I? That would be so good. That's 2 4-drops on... Yeah, I have to. Wow. This could be really good. I control the board early with the Jade Claws and the and Lava Shock. So that I can get the Feral Spirits to continue living when they come out. Nice. Just kill that. I don't know what I thought I was doing there. For some reason, I thought that Lava Shock would be playable on turn 2, and I'd use the Lava Shock plus my face, or the Lava Shock plus my minion. I royally fucked that up. I guess I knew that I couldn't play Jade Claws on turn 2, because then I prevent myself from playing the Feral Spirits afterwards. You fucker. I can't kill that. But I can prevent it from attacking in. I can Lava Shock plus evolve next turn. Nice, free 1-drop. I don't want to evolve that! I think I have to hold. Got more evolves that I can do later. Especially if they can't do anything to this Dust Devil, I just hit them for 6 every single turn. And that is really bad for a Warlock that uses their life as a resource. Oh, they cost 2? That was way worse than I thought it was then. Oh, fuck. We got low statted minions for everyone. I mean, both of these are, you know, reasonably statted minions, except this dies, and I lose a mana crystal. Sorry, my brain doesn't work. Harrison Jones is low statted for a 5-drop, and Dispatch Kodo is low statted for a 3-drop. In fact, sorry, for a 4-drop. It's low statted for a 3-drop. It is way low statted for a 4-drop. Thankfully, they can only kill 2 of these, so I'm probably getting my Defender of Argus out next turn. Still can only kill 2 of these. They're going to try and control the board, because if they do, I might win. They can kill 4 of these. Sorry, 3 of these, right? That sucks. That evolve actually killed me. It's horrible. Horrible thing to have done. Don't know why I did it. Yeah, as a result of that evolve, we are definitely now going to lose the game. Like, I can't now just go back to controlling the board because I gave up so much of it trying to do that. That was really bad play. Trade both these minions in. You have a 2-1 and a 1-1. I ain't never going to be able to contest that board plus whatever you play this turn. I'm never going to be able to remove that. I mean, I Hex plus Mad Bomber plus Hero Power, I guess, this turn. Oh no, just Hex plus Mad Bomber. I guess if they don't have anything to delete the Yormonger. I honestly just needed to continue going face the entire time. Okay, if they don't go for this turn, we have a chance. Even if they play taunts. That looks like they might not go for it. They don't go for it. Beautiful. This one's pretty much going to be on the stat line of Crystal Weaver next turn, so...
My shield for Argus. Job's done.
I mean, obviously, there's the play where you just ignore that, go face, hope your minions stand up to the pressure, but... I feel like this is a better idea. So 17 stats in defense right now, and they only have 12 in attack. So they can remove 1 of my taunts.
So many possibilities.
Right? No, 16. Right, so they can only remove 1 of my taunts still, but they don't need too much help to remove another. If we... Oh, this is going to be a board clear. Oh god, if it's like Fellfire or Hellfire... Holy shit! We're at a 25% chance to win the game right now. Well, wish me luck. We lost the game. Lava Shock would have done it. We're dead. 1 more damage. Where would that 1 more damage have come from? 4 and 3. Good lord. I am so fucking rusty. I tried. You can't say I didn't try. You can say that the attempt was very poor. I'll cop to that much. I've been saving up money over the past couple of days just so that I can actually, you know, lose a bunch and still be able to play. Hey, golden common, rare, epic, nice. I see some things that are getting disenchanted right there. My name, by the way, has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.